Our planet is a symphony of life, a vast and intricate tapestry woven with countless threads of existence. From the sun-drenched savannas to the deepest, darkest oceans, life flourishes in the most extraordinary forms. Today, I invite you to join me on a grand journey, a voyage through the remarkable animal kingdom. We will travel across continents and beneath the waves, not merely to observe, but to connect with the creatures that share our world. This is an exploration of nature's masterpieces, a chance to witness the breathtaking diversity that makes our planet so uniquely precious. Together, we will encounter 25 magnificent animals, each with its own story to tell. These are tales of survival, of ingenuity, and of profound beauty. For each creature, we will delve into the fascinating details of its life, uncovering the secrets behind its behavior, the marvels of its adaptations, and its vital role within its environment. From the mightiest hunter to the most delicate pollinator, every animal holds a piece of the puzzle that is life on Earth. Prepare to be amazed by the intricate designs and clever strategies that have allowed these species to thrive. So, find a comfortable spot and let your curiosity guide you. This is more than just a list. It is a celebration of the animal world in all its glory. As we proceed, you will discover facts that may surprise you and stories that will undoubtedly inspire a deeper appreciation for the natural world. Let us begin this incredible expedition together to meet the amazing animals you simply need to know. The journey starts now. Here on the vast, sun-scorched plains of Africa, a kingdom is ruled by sheer power and presence. This is the domain of the lion. It is a world of open grasslands and scattered acacia trees, a landscape that demands both strength and cooperation for survival. The lion pride, a complex social unit, is the cornerstone of their existence. Led primarily by the females, they are a formidable force, working in unison to hunt, to raise their young, and to defend their territory from intruders. The iconic mane of the male is not just for show. It is a clear signal of his fitness and strength to rivals and potential mates alike. These magnificent carnivores are apex predators, their lives intrinsically linked to the great herds of wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo that roam these plains. A hunt is a masterclass in strategy and patience, often taking place under the cover of darkness. They are surprisingly social felines, their bonds reinforced through grooming and vocalizations, like the thunderous roar that can be heard up to 8 kilometers away, a sound that doesn't just communicate, but powerfully asserts their dominion over the land. The elephant, the largest land animal on Earth, moves with a gentle, ponderous grace. Their immense size requires a tremendous amount of fuel, and they spend up to 18 hours a day foraging. Their diet is entirely vegetarian, consisting of grasses, leaves, bark, and fruit. Hundreds of kilograms of it every single day. Their most remarkable feature is, of course, the trunk. A seamless fusion of nose and upper lip, it contains over 40,000 individual muscles, granting it the dexterity to pick a single berry and the strength to uproot a tree. It is their tool for breathing, smelling, touching, and grasping. These are creatures of deep intelligence and profound social bonds, living in complex matriarchal herds. The matriarch, typically the oldest and most experienced female, leads her family, her memory, a vital repository of knowledge, the locations of water holes, the timing of fruiting trees. This wisdom is passed down through generations. Their low-frequency rumbles, inaudible to the human ear, allow them to communicate over vast distances, a secret language that holds their society together across the immense African bush. Beneath the shimmering surface of our oceans lives an animal of extraordinary intelligence and sociability, the dolphin. They inhabit every ocean on the planet, from shallow coastal waters to the deep sea. Their world is one of sound and movement, a fluid environment where they have mastered the art of living. Dolphins are renowned for their playful nature, often seen leaping from the water, riding bow waves of ships, or engaging in complex games with one another. This play is not just for fun, it is crucial for developing social bonds and honing their formidable hunting skills. They live in dynamic social groups called pods, which can range from a few individuals to several hundred. Communication is key to their social structure. They use a sophisticated system of clicks, whistles, and body language to coordinate hunts, warn of danger, and maintain contact. Each dolphin even appears to have a unique signature whistle, which acts much like a name, allowing them to identify one another. This complex social life and advanced communication point to a level of cognitive ability that continues to fascinate and astonish us. High in the misty, temperate forests of central China lives a creature that has become a global icon for wildlife conservation, the giant panda. Its striking black and white coat makes it unmistakable, but it's really its specialized lifestyle that makes it so vulnerable. The panda's diet consists almost exclusively of bamboo, a plant that's actually pretty low in nutrients. So to survive, they need to consume enormous quantities, eating for up to 14 hours a day. This dedication to a single food source ties their fate inextricably to the health of their bamboo forest habitat. For decades, the giant panda teetered on the brink of extinction, a victim of habitat loss and fragmentation. However, intensive conservation efforts have offered a glimmer of hope. The establishment of vast nature reserves, the creation of corridors to connect isolated populations, and successful captive breeding programs have seen their numbers slowly begin to rise. The panda is a powerful reminder that with concerted effort and global cooperation, we can pull species back from the edge. Its survival is a testament to what we can achieve when we choose to protect our planet's natural heritage. Soaring on thermal updrafts, high above the mountains and valleys, the eagle is the undisputed sovereign of the sky. As an apex predator, its role in the ecosystem is crucial. By preying on fish, small mammals, and other birds, eagles help to maintain a healthy balance, controlling populations and weeding out the weak or sick. Their presence is an indicator of a thriving environment, as they require vast, undisturbed territories with clean water and an abundant food supply to flourish. They are a keystone species, and their health reflects the health of the entire ecosystem below them. Their physical adaptations are nothing short of phenomenal. Their eyesight is legendary, estimated to be 4 to 8 times stronger than that of the average human, allowing them to spot prey from kilometers away. Powerful talons, capable of exerting immense pressure, are their primary weapons, used to snatch prey with astonishing precision. And their magnificent wingspan allows them to glide effortlessly for hours, conserving energy as they survey their domain. The eagle is a perfect marriage of grace and power, a living symbol of freedom and wildness. Across the vast, arid landscapes of Australia, a unique method of locomotion has evolved: the kangaroo. These marsupials are built for efficiency in a land where resources can be scarce and spread far apart. Their powerful hind legs, acting like giant springs, allow them to cover enormous distances with minimal energy expenditure. A large tail provides balance while hopping and acts as a fifth limb when moving slowly or for support when standing. This bounding gait is actually one of the most energy-efficient modes of travel in the animal kingdom. One of the most persistent myths about kangaroos is that they are perpetually pregnant, but the truth is even more fascinating. A female kangaroo can have a tiny, underdeveloped joey attached to a teat in her pouch, a larger joey that is starting to venture out, and at the same time, have an embryo in a state of suspended development in her uterus. This production line, known as embryonic diapause, allows her to rapidly replace a lost joey or wait for better environmental conditions before continuing the pregnancy. It is a remarkable reproductive strategy, perfectly adapted to Australia's unpredictable climate. In the harshest, most unforgiving environments on Earth, the penguin has not only survived, but thrived. Their lives are, well, a testament to endurance and cooperation. For many species, like the emperor penguin, the reproductive cycle is a feat of incredible devotion. They travel vast distances across the Antarctic ice to reach their traditional breeding grounds. Here, The female lays a single egg and, totally exhausted, entrusts it to the male before returning to the sea to feed. For the next 2 months, through the brutal Antarctic winter with temperatures plummeting and winds raging, the males stand huddled together for warmth, each one carefully balancing his precious egg on his feet, protecting it with a fold of skin called a brood pouch. They do not eat, sustained only by their fat reserves and their shared commitment. When the chick finally hatches, the female returns, her belly full of food, to take her turn while the emaciated male makes his own long journey to the ocean. It is honestly an extraordinary partnership, a display of devotion forged in the crucible of ice. The giraffe, the world's tallest mammal, is an unmistakable icon of the African savanna. To reach such a staggering height, a giraffe undergoes a remarkable period of growth. A newborn calf is already nearly 2 meters tall at birth, making a pretty dramatic entrance into the world as it drops from its mother. This abrupt start helps to sever the umbilical cord and, stimulates its first breath. Within hours, the calf is on its feet, a crucial adaptation to avoid predators. They grow rapidly, reaching their full height of up to 6 meters within about 4 years. A giraffe's lifespan in the wild is typically around 25 years. Their great height gives them a unique perspective, allowing them to browse on foliage that is far out of reach for other herbivores and to act as sentinels for the savanna. From their lofty vantage point, they can spot predators from a great distance, and their presence often alerts other, more vulnerable species to danger. Despite their gentle appearance, they are not defenseless. A powerful kick from a giraffe's long leg can be lethal, even to a lion. On the open plains, one animal is the undisputed champion of speed, the cheetah. Built for acceleration, every part of its body is, honed for the chase. It has a lightweight frame, long legs, and an incredibly flexible spine that acts like a spring, propelling it forward with each stride. Unlike other large cats, its claws are only semi-retractable, acting like running spikes to provide extra grip on the ground as it pushes off at immense speeds, capable of reaching over 110 kilometers per hour in just a few seconds. This explosive speed comes at a cost. The chase is a massive expenditure of energy, and the cheetah's body temperature can rise to dangerous levels. After a successful hunt, it is often too exhausted to defend its kill from more powerful predators like lions or hyenas. Another unique characteristic is the distinctive black tear lines that run from the corner of its eyes down its face. It is thought that these marks help to reduce the glare of the sun, acting like a built-in anti-glare device, which is crucial for keeping its eyes focused on the prize during a high-speed pursuit. In the vast, silent-seeming expanse of the ocean, sound travels far better than light, and it is here that the largest animals ever to have lived communicate. Whales, from the enormous blue whale to the acrobatic humpback, have developed complex vocalizations to navigate their dark, three-dimensional world. These are not just random noises. They are intricate songs and calls used for a multitude of purposes: to navigate, to find food, to attract mates, and to maintain contact with one another across hundreds, sometimes thousands of kilometers of open ocean. The songs of the humpback whale are particularly famous. They are complex, structured sequences of moans, cries, and groans that can last for hours and are repeated over and over. What is remarkable is that all males in a single population will sing the same song, but the song itself slowly evolves over time. These haunting melodies are one of the most sophisticated forms of communication in the animal kingdom. A deep, resonant chorus that fills the world's oceans, carrying the secrets of these magnificent, mysterious giants. At the very top of our world, in the unforgiving realm of the Arctic, lives a creature perfectly adapted to a life of ice and snow, the polar bear. Its geographic distribution is circumpolar, tied intrinsically to the edges of the sea ice in the Arctic Ocean, across countries like Canada, Russia, Greenland, Norway, and the United States. This sea ice is not just a platform to walk on, it is their hunting ground. It is from these icy platforms that they hunt their primary prey, seals, which they can smell from nearly 20 miles away. The polar bear is classified as a marine mammal, as it spends most of its life on the sea ice. Its entire being is engineered for this environment. A thick layer of blubber and a dense water-repellent coat provide insulation against the extreme cold. Large paws act like snowshoes, distributing their weight, while rough pads and non-retractable claws provide traction on the ice. But as the climate warms and the sea ice melts, the very foundation of their existence is disappearing, making the polar bear a poignant symbol of the urgent challenges facing our planet. The wolf, an animal of myth and legend, is one of nature's most intelligent and efficient predators. Their success lies not in individual strength alone, but in the power of the pack. A wolf pack is a highly structured family unit, usually led by an alpha pair. This social hierarchy allows for remarkable cooperation, particularly during a hunt. They are endurance hunters, often testing their prey over long distances, looking for any sign of weakness or vulnerability in the herd. Their hunting techniques are varied and sophisticated. They may use relay tactics, with fresh wolves taking over the chase, or they may work to drive their prey towards an ambush or a natural obstacle like a cliff or river. Every member of the pack has a role, from leading the chase to cutting off escape routes. This intricate teamwork allows them to take down prey much larger than themselves, such as moose or bison. It is a display of coordinated strategy, communication, and social intelligence that has allowed the wolf to thrive in diverse habitats across the northern hemisphere. In the eucalyptus forests of eastern Australia lives a marsupial that, well, seems to embody a life of leisure, the koala. When European settlers first encountered this unique creature, they understandably mistook it for a type of bear or monkey, and that's why you sometimes hear the old, though scientifically incorrect name, the koala bear. The name koala itself is thought to come from an Aboriginal word meaning no drink, which is a reference to the fact that koalas get most of the moisture they need from the eucalyptus leaves they eat, and they're rarely seen drinking water. Their entire existence is centered around the eucalyptus tree. Their diet is so specialized that they will only eat the leaves of a few species. These leaves are toxic to most other animals and low in nutrition, which explains the koala's famously sleepy demeanor. They can sleep for up to 20 hours a day just to conserve energy. Koalas have specialized gut bacteria to break down the tough leaves and a superb sense of smell to tell the difference between eucalyptus species, and even to pick out the most nutritious leaves on a single tree. Deep within the rainforests of Central Africa, we find one of our closest living relatives, the gorilla. Sharing around 98% of our DNA, their behavior and social structures offer a fascinating glimpse into our own evolutionary past. Gorillas are generally peaceful and shy creatures, living in stable family groups called troops, each led by a dominant silverback male. His job is to protect the group from threats, to find food, and to mediate disputes. Despite their immense power, confrontations are usually settled with impressive displays of chest beating and roaring, rather than actual violence. Historically, interactions with humans have been devastating for gorilla populations because of habitat loss, poaching, and disease. But carefully managed ecotourism has shown a path forward. When it's done responsibly, it provides a vital source of income for local communities and funding for conservation, giving the gorillas a value that is far greater alive than dead. Seeing a gorilla in its natural habitat is, honestly, a profoundly moving experience. A moment of connection with a gentle, intelligent being that really underscores our shared responsibility for their survival. The vibrant coral reef is a world of dazzling color and fierce competition. Here, a small, brightly colored fish has found safety in a most unlikely home. The clownfish lives among the stinging tentacles of a sea anemone. This is a classic example of a symbiotic relationship, a partnership where both organisms benefit. The anemone's tentacles are armed with stinging cells or nematocysts that are lethal to other fish, giving the clownfish a near impenetrable fortress against predators. But you might wonder, why doesn't the anemone sting the clownfish? The clownfish has a protective layer of mucus on its skin, which makes it immune to the anemone's sting. In return for this shelter, the clownfish is a meticulous housekeeper, cleaning the anemone by eating algae and leftover scraps. It may also help lure in prey for the anemone with its bright colors, and even defend its home by chasing away butterfly fish that are known to eat anemones. It's a perfect partnership, a small fish and its deadly host, living together in harmony. The monarch butterfly, with its delicate stained glass wings, undertakes one of the most awe-inspiring migrations in the natural world. While many insects migrate, the monarch's journey is unique in its scale and complexity. Each autumn, millions of monarchs from across eastern North America travel up to 4,800 kilometers south to overwinter in a few specific groves of Oyamel fir trees in the mountains of central Mexico. This journey spans thousands of kilometers, a monumental feat for such a small creature. What is truly astonishing is that the butterflies that make this southbound journey have never been to Mexico before. It is a multi-generational migration. The generation that flies south will live for many months, but the return journey north in the spring is completed by their children and grandchildren. How they navigate with such precision to the exact same forests as their ancestors remains one of nature's great mysteries, though it is believed they use the sun's position and the Earth's magnetic field as a compass. It is an epic inherited pilgrimage. In the forests and farmlands of the Indian subcontinent, nature has produced a living work of art, the peacock, or more accurately, the peafowl, as peacock refers to the male. The male's extravagant train of feathers is one of the most famous examples of sexual selection in the animal kingdom. This is not a tail, but enormously elongated upper tail covert feathers decorated with iridescent ocelli or eye spots. When a male courts a female or peahen, he raises this spectacular fan and shivers it, creating a shimmering, hypnotic display of color and sound. This stunning plumage holds deep cultural significance, particularly in India, where the peacock is the national bird. In Hinduism, it is associated with deities like Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and Kartikeya, the god of war who rides a peacock. Its beauty is celebrated in art, folklore, and architecture, symbolizing grace, royalty, and immortality. The peacock's display is more than just a biological imperative. It is a spectacle that has captivated human imagination for centuries, a true fusion of natural wonder and cultural reverence. The armadillo, a curious creature of the Americas, carries its protection on its back. Its name in Spanish means little armored one, a fitting description for an animal whose primary defense is a bony, shell-like carapace. This armor is formed from plates of dermal bone covered in overlapping scales called scutes. It provides excellent protection from predators and the thorny vegetation of its habitat. When threatened, many species of armadillo will flee to a burrow or press themselves flat against the ground, relying on their armor to protect their soft underside. While most armadillos are too rigid to roll up completely, the three-banded armadillo is the famous exception. When startled, it can curl itself into an almost perfect, impenetrable ball, protecting its head, legs, and underbelly. This remarkable defense mechanism makes it a difficult meal for most predators. Armadillos are also prodigious diggers, using their powerful claws to find insects and grubs, and to excavate the extensive burrows where they sleep and raise their young. They are nature's little tanks, a unique solution to the problem of survival. As dusk falls, a different set of hunters emerges. Among the most enigmatic is the owl. With its forward-facing eyes, silent flight, and nocturnal habits, it's no wonder the owl has a prominent place in human folklore and literature. In many cultures, it is a symbol of wisdom and knowledge. The ancient Greeks associated the owl with Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and its image of a serious, watchful observer has persisted through the ages. Its piercing stare seems to hold a deep, ancient knowledge of the night. However, in other traditions, the owl's hoot, echoing through the darkness, was seen as a harbinger of doom or a link to the spirit world. Its ability to fly in near total silence thanks to specially serrated feathers on the leading edge of its wings that break up the airflow, only adds to its mystique. This silent flight allows it to approach unsuspecting prey without a sound. Whether seen as wise sage or ghostly omen, the owl's unique adaptations and mysterious nature have secured its place as a powerful figure in our collective imagination. The shark is one of the ocean's oldest and most misunderstood inhabitants. Often portrayed as a mindless menace, it is, in reality, a vital component of marine ecosystems. As apex predators, sharks play a crucial role in maintaining the health of the oceans. They prey on the old, the sick, and the slower fish, which helps to keep fish populations strong and healthy. By controlling the populations of mid-level predators, they prevent overgrazing of seagrass beds and protect the integrity of coral reefs. The removal of sharks from an ecosystem can trigger a devastating trophic cascade, a chain reaction that can lead to the collapse of entire fisheries and the degradation of marine habitats. Their impact is profound. For example, by keeping sea turtle populations in check, they prevent the overconsumption of seagrass, which is a critical nursery habitat for countless other species. Sharks are not villains. They are essential ocean guardians, and the health of our seas is inextricably linked to their survival. Lurking at the water's edge, seemingly unchanged by the passage of time, is the crocodile. This formidable reptile is a living link to the age of the dinosaurs. Its evolutionary history is ancient, stretching back over 200 million years. The basic crocodilian body plan, a powerful tail, short legs, and a long, armored body, was so successful that it has remained remarkably consistent while dinosaurs rose and fell, and mammals came to dominate the land. They are true masters of survival. They are perfectly adapted to their role as semi-aquatic ambush predators. Their eyes, ears, and nostrils are positioned on top of their head, allowing them to see and breathe while remaining almost completely submerged. When an unsuspecting animal comes to drink, the crocodile explodes from the water with terrifying speed. They possess one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom, and a unique valve at the back of their throat allows them to open their mouth underwater without drowning. To look at a crocodile is to look back in time, at a design for survival perfected over eons. In the canopy of the Central and South American rainforests, life moves at a different pace. This is the world of the sloth, an animal for which slowness is not a weakness, but actually a key survival strategy. Their entire metabolism is, incredibly slow, and they move with this deliberate, unhurried grace. This lethargy is a direct result of their low-calorie diet of leaves, and it serves a vital purpose. It makes them incredibly difficult for predators like jaguars and harpy eagles to spot. They are, honestly, masters of camouflage and stillness. A truly unique trait is that the sloth's fur is like a miniature mobile ecosystem. Grooves in their hair trap rainwater, which encourages the growth of algae. This algae gives the sloth's coat a greenish tint, providing even better camouflage amongst the leaves. This miniature garden also hosts a variety of fungi, beetles, and moths. It's a symbiotic relationship. The sloth provides a home, and the algae provide camouflage. It is a wonderfully strange and efficient way of life, a perfect adaptation to a world lived in slow motion. Deep in the ocean's twilight zones and vibrant reefs lives a creature of astonishing intelligence and otherworldly form, the octopus. With its soft, boneless body, 8 prehensile arms, and large, complex brain, it often seems more like a visitor from another planet. Research into these cephalopods consistently reveals cognitive abilities that rival those of many vertebrates. They are masters of problem-solving, capable of navigating mazes, opening jars to get food, and, even using tools like carrying coconut shells to use as portable shelters. One of the most remarkable areas of study is their nervous system. 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are located not in its central brain, but in its arms. This means each arm can act semi-independently, able to touch, taste, and move on its own. It is a form of distributed intelligence, a biological design completely alien to our own. They are also masters of camouflage, able to change their skin color and texture in an instant to match their surroundings, or to communicate with other octopuses. They are a profound reminder that intelligence on this planet has evolved in many different and equally brilliant forms. As darkness falls, the skies come alive with the silent, fluttering flight of the bat, the only mammal capable of true flight. To navigate and hunt in complete darkness, bats have developed an extraordinary sensory ability known as echolocation. They emit a continuous stream of high-frequency sound pulses, far above the range of human hearing. These sound waves bounce off objects in their environment, a tree, a cave wall, or a tiny moth, and the bat's exquisitely sensitive ears detect the returning echoes. From the timing and direction of these echoes, the bat constructs a detailed, three-dimensional sound map of its surroundings. This system is so precise it can determine the size, shape, texture, and trajectory of a minuscule insect in mid-air. It is a world perceived not through light, but through sound. This remarkable adaptation has allowed bats to conquer the night, occupying an ecological niche that is unavailable to most other animals, making them incredibly successful and diverse hunters of the dark. Our final animal may be small, but its importance to global biodiversity and human survival is immeasurable. The honeybee. As they travel from flower to flower, collecting nectar and pollen to feed their colony, they perform a service that is fundamental to life on land. Pollination. It is estimated that around 1/3 of the food we eat, from fruits and vegetables to nuts and seeds, depends directly on the work of bees and other pollinators. They are the linchpin of terrestrial ecosystems. Within the hive, they are a model of social cooperation. Each bee has a specific role, from the queen who lays the eggs to the drones, to the female worker bees who forage, build the comb, and care for the young. They communicate the location of rich flower patches through an amazing waggle dance, a complex series of movements that conveys both the distance and direction to the food source relative to the sun. The honeybee is a powerful reminder that even the smallest creatures can have the largest impact, and that their well-being is intrinsically tied to our own. And so, our journey through the animal kingdom comes to a close. We have traveled from the frozen Arctic to the depths of the ocean, from the highest treetops to the sun-baked plains. We have witnessed the power of the lion, the wisdom of the elephant, the devotion of the penguin, and the indispensable diligence of the honeybee. Each of the 25 creatures we have met is a masterpiece of evolution, a unique and irreplaceable part of the great web of life that envelops our world. Their stories are a testament to the endless ingenuity and breathtaking beauty of nature. The diversity of life on Earth is our planet's greatest treasure, yet it is a treasure that is fragile. The survival of these magnificent animals and countless others depends on our understanding, our respect, and our actions. Every species plays a role, every habitat is precious. The wonder we feel when observing these creatures should inspire in us a profound sense of responsibility to protect them and the wild places they call home. Their future, and in many ways our own, is in our hands. I hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and deepened your connection to the natural world. The story of life is constantly unfolding, with new discoveries waiting around every corner. I encourage you to continue exploring. Let us know in the comments below which of these amazing animals was your favorite, or if there is another creature you believe the world needs to know about. For more journeys into the wild, please consider subscribing. The adventure is far from over.